welcome back to WWTA Gaming. So let's talk car games. Um, yeah, let's talk about that. So we have Forza Motorsport looking to release this fall, and we've seen some video footage. We've heard the developers talk about the game, and they said going through the summer there'll be more development streams where we'll hear more about the game. And so with that being said, what I've been doing is just going through the games that are already out. Like for instance, Automobilista 2, a set of course of competition, or competizione as they would say. I even cut on Grid Legends. I've been playing Forza Horizon 5, and so these are kind of the games that are accessible to consoles as well as PC. So that's why I'm kind of pointing at these games. And don't forget Need for Speed, which I haven't been playing, mainly because it doesn't allow you to use a wheel. So I guess I'm talking about car games that you can use your wheel with. So when we look at like Forza Motorsport, which is going to release, they have a few game-changing things for them with their game that look pretty impressive. So I'll just go on about the games I've been playing recently, though. I've been playing Horizon 5, trying to get a feel for it. The game looks great. It runs smooth. I'm able to run it at high resolutions, which is enjoyable. And I run my Logitech wheel and pedal. And I'll say first, with the wheel and pedal set, I had the springs. I replaced the springs in the accelerator and the brake pedal. I also removed the clutch pedal because I don't use it. And then I took the accelerator and brake pedal, and they shift because there's 3 sets of holes where you can mount the actual pedal, or the plate that allows you to push down the pedal. So with replacing the springs, the game really became something totally different. So I just want to say that if you're using a Logitech, any of the Logitech setups, you'll probably want to look at swapping those springs out. The accelerator pedal is very flimsy and floppy, so it's like the second you push the pedal, it's almost like pushing a button on the controller. So it's like there's no control. There's like no control. It's just yes or no. So swapping that spring set out allowed me to have more throttle control, which makes a big difference driving, racing, as well as drifting if you're into drifting with the steering wheel set. So it's, keep that in mind if you're using a Logitech set. Invest in the pedal spring replacement set. So anyways, going on to Horizon 5. Even though the game's enjoyable, it's cluttered. It's crazy and cluttered. So when you go into the game, they do show you the events, but you can't just click on the events and go do them, which is just kind of retarded to me. I just thought it was very retarded. You can go to the map, and then on the map you'll see all these events all over the map, which is just confusing. And it's just too much. It's just too much going on. So looking at titles like Grid Legends, when you play this game here, you have race events. It's like almost like what Motorsport is following suit with their campaign and their race modes. So you can go to the story mode, and you can follow the different DLC contents from the story. You can also, and they also have on the main screen the different events you should be running already, and you can just click and jump right into it, as well as going to the career mode and selecting the different parts of the game that you want to play, whether it be tuner, the rally truck, whatever the case may be. You get all these selections instead of having to look on a map and then try to get there. Now, some of the best parts of Horizon 5 is driving to get to your location, so I'm not taking that away from anything. But what I would say is with Horizon 5, it would be so much better if they had put events that you can select on a screen in your start menu screen, and then you can say, okay, well, I want to play 80s Japanese car race events, and then boom, you can click that and you'll see like there's 5 or 10 different sets of race events for that type of car, for those type of cars. You'll click that, and then it'll give you a location to drive to start the events, and maybe they'll have you drive to every event before you can start it, something they could possibly do. Or you know, they could just leave that driving stuff to like free roam, right? You can have a free roam where you just jump in and drive all the roads, and then you can have just the basic start menu lobby, which is where you'll select the different events you want to participate in. So for casual racers like me that enjoy clicking on events, you know, and doing a series of race events, boom, it would be there. So I look at Horizon 5 and I think that's definitely something it's missing. The whole map thing, I guess if it was free roam, they should have like a free roam where they put like the different adventure things that you can do in free roam, like the adventure missions, the storyline missions, the quest missions, like all that should be on a free roam where you click on the map and drive to it. But like race events, say for instance the rally race events, the Hot Wheels race events, the other race events that are just there, like whatever, those should be set up like when you go to an say for instance you go to an event on the map, a race on the map. You go to that race, and when you click on it, it'll ask you, do you want to play the main one, or do you want to play versions that are created by other players? So what I'm saying is, in Horizon 5, instead of me having to go there and click that, why can't I be in the start menu and I go through the list of different types of races, and then boom, it'll be one that I can click on that'll give me like 80s Japanese cars or 90s Japanese car race events, and there'll be like 10 of them, and I can do all 10 of them, and then boom, I can go select another type of race group that I want to race in. So Forza Horizon 5, it looks great, runs great, plays really well with a pedal and steering wheel set, but in my personal opinion, it's just too confusing, and it could be cleaned up and made simpler to just give us race events for those who just really go to the game to race and have fun. Now, Automobilista 2, it still lacks in actual race content where they have races set up for you to join in. You have to go create an event if you're playing multiplayer, or you have to go set up some form of championship yourself that you're going to race in on a single player with the AI. So that's just, the game looks great, plays great, but it's lacking in the race events. Also, we get on to something like a Assetto Corsa competition, where they do have events, but their events, it's a one event thing. It's not a bunch of races that just follow behind each other. It's just a one event race, and then you have to quit that and go set up another race event, which is just, again, lacking. And this is why I look at games like Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport as popular games to play, because they have all these events set up, and even something like this Grid Legends. So what else? I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm playing Grid Legends, and for racing the AI and the career mode and everything else, it's really fun. I'm even able to turn up the AI's difficulty level, which doesn't seem to be much. It could definitely have some improvements there to make them a lot harder to race, but it still gives you the fun feel of actual racing without having to go search for all these different things. So anyways, yeah, I definitely keep my eyes open for these racing games to see what's going to change. One of the important ones to look forward to will be Forza Motorsport, releasing this fall. And I'm just going to keep up with it as the developers do more of these dev streams. And I'll try to post as much more content on it as I can. But other than that, share your thoughts and ideas. What do you think about these race car games on consoles as well as the PC? Catch you in the next one.